Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Fridays bowled over by Cricket Hangout. I'm Ashmi, and we've got a bunch of awesome guests with us. We have Ali Fazal,
Hey,
Tina, cricket expert, brilliant. We've got Vikram in the next window. Hi Vikram, also cricket expert. He always astounds us with all his facts. And Mishti, I see you've got two lovely ladies with you. So tell us a bit about
Actually, just saw me. Yeah. And Diksha said, hello. Hi.
hey,
Okay, so I mean, this is a bit heartbreaking to do because we have won. I mean, we have lost. I know I had plans of saying we have won this match, but we have lost our semi-final match against Australia. So I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm going to let everyone else do it. What were your thoughts going into the match and after it?
so I actually posted like me myself crying on Instagram. That was my first reaction, like to some music from Swades, and it was so sad because I mean we played hard, and it's okay, it's fine. It's just that it's the knockouts, and somebody had to go out, and it was us. But I still give it to Dhoni. I think we've come a long way. From I mean, he's been a great captain this whole season. I think it's fine. It's fine. It just hurts, yeah. And not Australia. I mean, shit.
Of all the teams.
Of all the damn, yeah, man.
Yeah. What about you, Tina?
No, I expected India to lose, and crucify me for saying that. But the fact is that just man to man, if you look at the teams on paper, and you also look at the matches they played coming in. Yes, we won 7 out of 7, but out of those 7, 4 were matches against the likes of Ireland and Zimbabwe and Bangladesh. And you can't really count them as genuine. You can't gauge performance on the basis of that. Also, if you go back to the match against, say, South Africa or Pakistan, those teams were nowhere near their best on that given day when they played us. So yes, we played well. We had some good wins, but Australia rarely has an off day. And even though there were 42,000 Indians at the SCG, the fact is that it was home conditions for them. I did not expect us to win that match. So I was not thankfully as heartbroken as someone as you, because I thought we were going to lose, to be honest.
But I mean, you're right with the stats at least. That's true. Australia is not. You can't take them easy.
You can't.
And we just went. I mean, our first 4 wickets just went for a toss. I mean, you can't afford to be that easy on that day, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
What about you, Vikram?
I agree with Tina. Even I didn't expect them to win. But when I was in Australia, I was very happy that I got to see India beat South Africa and India beat Pakistan.
Yeah, you went for the best part of the tournament. When India was winning everything, you got to go to Australia then.
Exactly, and that's why when I came back, everybody said I think India will not do well from here onwards. But luckily we had glorious teams like I think UAE, and so we did a good job there. And I think that's the reason I like IPL, because we get to beat the Australians in every match, because there are 2 Australians in so, but as Tina said, that man to man, Australia and New Zealand in New Zealand is far better than us. We were just hoping that we could have a good day and they have a bad day. And trust me, Aussies don't have a bad day in big tournaments.
That's true. Diksha, what about you?
I think definitely Australia had they had an advantage. They were playing on their home ground, which is obviously it helps you. But I think that I think we as Indians are very optimistic because India didn't lose even one match, and you sort of start feeling that okay, come on, we're on this. We're not going to give, and there was this entire hashtag, we won't give it back. It's not going to happen. So I think that everyone was really optimistic. I think, but what Ali said is right. That 4 wickets just like that. Disappointing. I think Dhoni tried his best towards the end, but yeah, 4 years later, I think that's when they'll have another chance.
Yay!
So I think the optimism.
4 years is a long
my
time.
gosh,
Hey,
I have 1 point to
I've
make.
got 2019, okay?
But after 83, no one thought that the World Cup was looking that we didn't know when we were going to win it, and then 2011 came, and suddenly the team was in amazing form. They had some brilliant players, and they were playing on their home ground, which was, I think, that was that added to the advantage, and they won. So it depends who's going to be there when they play next.
Australia. It's gonna be Australia. It's always Australia.
They also played Australia in 2011, but we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Natalie, I know you don't follow cricket, but like, what has been your experience? And you know, I mean, it's such a huge deal here. And coming here, have you seen how crazy it is? And what are your thoughts on it?
See, at the end of the day, cricket is a game. You're gonna win or you're gonna lose. Um, you know what? It is that way, and they did try their best. I think at the end of the day, we just have to support them.
Yeah.
And because if we're feeling bad, imagine how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Right now, letting down their country. And but at the end of the day, they tried their best, and it's okay. They
Yeah,
won
I
last
feel
time.
like if you support someone when they win, you got to support them when they
Exactly.
lose.
That is also true.
You can't like
We are
suddenly
humans.
everyone's like, oh my god, I'm just like, you aren't there, you aren't playing.
Yeah.
These are the best in the country. They've been chosen for a reason. If they don't win, support them and get on with your life.
Imagine the pressure. I mean,
Imagine the pressure, like unbelievable.
Yeah, and we feel so much pressure. I know Mishti and I, we were both working from home yesterday, but we were constantly on chat and we were like messaging each other every time a wicket fell, every time someone hit a six. And you can like, it's so cool, you know, how like
Kohli went out.
bond over this.
My heart actually sunk when Kohli went out. I was like, shit, this is it.
Yeah, that was when I was like,
But you know that I felt so bad for all the flack that the people were giving Anushka. You know,
Yeah,
that was really,
absolutely.
that was stupid. That's just
That was horrible.
No, and it doesn't even make any sense because, and I've seen the counter argument also on social media. People asking if Anushka has a flop.
Exactly.
Are you going to blame
Yeah.
Virat Kohli for it? It's ridiculous. It's only because she's a woman. It's so easy. The soft targets is always the woman, and it is not fair. And I think anyone who's even forwarding these jokes on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
even they need to be given one time.
yeah, I know. I mean, you think it's funny and you just send it across, but you don't know what like. I mean, it's not funny at the end of the day. It's not cool because I mean, when we have bad days at work and we all have bad days at work, nobody blames our partners. So
Exactly.
just because she's in the limelight, I don't think it's fair to do it to her either. So
no, you're right. You're right. It's just unfair. Just because there's one public figure in the T and the camera's shifted there. When
Yeah.
Kohli got out, you can't sit and blame Anushka. I mean, it's as good. We haven't changed. It's as good as when India, we used to lose matches and people used to just burn statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not happening
You
this
have to
time.
find
I'm
a
surprised,
scapegoat.
but they're doing this. So I guess it's just shifted on.
Yeah, but the
social
good thing
media.
is I think Bollywood's really come out in support.
and support,
Right?
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Like everyone from Priyanka to I think Abhishek Bachchan have tweeted in support of, and I think that's really
I
great
think
that
that's
that
great
they're
too.
not ignoring it and they're letting everyone know that it's not cool. Especially, I mean, I'm not gonna take any names, but there was a tweet from a Bollywood personality, if you can call it that.
Yeah,
That's-
if you can call it
if
that,
you
I
can
know
call it
exactly
that.
what you're talking
Oh, yeah.
about.
Oh.
saying that we should throw stones at Anushka Sharma's house because it's a coach, and that's
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but
come
he's
on,
wrong. Yeah. I mean,
guys.
come on.
No,
So-
but there's no need to even talk about crazy people. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
But getting back to the match, I really want to ask you all, especially Tina and Vikram, where do you think we went wrong? Like, what was the turning point where you felt that, okay, now we lost it?
Yeah, there were actually three in my mind. I think we got David Warner's wicket really early, and I think that a little more aggressive bowling or maybe a little more aggressive bowling strategy would have been good there because we let the next two really run away with it. And Finch and Steve Smith just took the game away from us right then. I think something bizarre like bringing Kohli on to bowl, even though it was just one over, but getting him on to bowl even before Ashwin, but keeping Ashwin down till the 17th over, to me, that was tactical blunder number one. It did not make sense. After that, I feel we got a really good opening partnership as well. And I think Shikhar Dhawan should not have got out, and he should not have got out like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
for
know
sure.
that.
And so that was blunder number two. And the third thing, even though I know a lot of people think that Dhoni really tried, and I'm sure he didn't want to lose the match, but I think the way he was going about his innings when he was there with Rahane in the middle was just wrong because you have more than 10 and over to get, and just trying to tap the ball around and try to go for singles and not accelerating until it was way too late. To me, I just don't understand it. It was bizarre.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, but I mean, yeah, even Shikhar and all these guys, in the start, I mean, his shots were just wrong. I'm sorry, it was sloppy because they had a great partnership, I thought, but he was just hitting it off. I mean, there were so many drops. We're lucky we got saved. There were slips. There were 2 slip drops. There was one catch. That
And
missed.
that's the thing. You don't ever see someone like Kohli dropping a catch. Yesterday we even saw that. So I don't know if it was nerves or what. Vikram, don't you think that the team looked out of sorts? Forget about the fact that they played lower kind of oppositions earlier. But in this match, don't you think that they didn't even seem to be following the set patterns that they had made for themselves in the last 7 games?
I think, Tina, you would know that against Aussie, 50,000 people at the Sydney Cricket Ground, obviously you are under tremendous pressure because you've not played a big game up for the last 4 5 games. So there was definitely pressure, and I think we got a little unlucky with Finch also. Finch probably went to Siddhivinayak day before yesterday or something like that. Because he was not being given a couple LBW chances. He was playing badly. But I think at some point of time, 15 runs extra, Umesh Yadav's one over got 16 runs, and I thought that point of time he is trying to bounce the ball unnecessary when he was getting a good nip of the surface bowling up front. And I think Shikhar Dhawan's dismissal was the key. Virat, a little bit of an ego battle happened between him and Johnson, and on big games, I think sometimes not taking on the Aussies and allowing them to be aggressive and you just letting it go would have helped Virat, and he probably would have survived for another couple of overs and he would have taken on Johnson. But I think Dhawan, who was in such good form, keeping in mind he was on 45, he hitting that shot. You see, against the Australians, if you've got a good start, you've got to make it happen. There is no second. Nobody is going to make runs down the order because you don't have a Zimbabwe bowling attack. You have Stark, you have Johnson, you have Watson, you have Maxwell. They'll all come at you hard. So
Yes.
I think if you've got runs, you've got to complete the exam and you've got to get the mark. But
No,
it's good.
I just want to add to that because I completely agree with you. See, on any given day, all 11 are not going to make runs. I mean, when do you have 11 centuries happen? You don't, right?
So against Australians, you cannot. Theoretically,
No, but against anyone you can't, Vikram. The fact is that on any given day, there will be 3 or 4 of your batsmen who click. So
Right.
I'm never going to blame the guy who gets out on 1 because it was not going to be his day. I am going to blame the guy who's got a start and then throws his wicket away because
But
that's the guy who's at fault.
against UAE and Ireland, I think we both can also score.
Yeah, but I have a question to Vikram and Dina. Like, is it only me or the Indian lineup? We just can't face bouncers. We're bad at facing bouncers. I've noticed this through the entire tournament.
I don't think that is the case anymore, to be honest. I think there's a lot of our guys who, yes, there are some who are susceptible against the bouncer, even today, but I don't think largely that's the case at all. I mean, I don't know why you feel that.
I just felt, even yesterday's match, if you see every single bouncer that was there, it's all gone in the air. Forget catch, 6, 4, on the ground, 2s, singles. But it's just been lifted off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
like,
tack is not there to press it down. I mean, bouncers are hard to play, but I don't know.
I think in this particular tournament, India's success has been that we bowled bouncers to the opposition.
Yeah.
But keeping in mind, in big games, what tends to happen is my understanding is that the bowlers bowl bouncers to test your ego also, and so your ability to leave it at the right moment and then take on. See, you've got to take on bouncers because you have to score 328. But if Virat would have probably waited for a couple of overs because Johnson. Yeah. These moments, and you've got, Rahul Dravid once told me that when you're facing the Aussies in the big game, you try and not sledge them because they get fired because of it. So you should allow their egos to happen, and you should just phase out and score the runs aram se.
So
but the good part of yesterday's match, which I observed, was that for the first time India was the most secular ever because everybody was praying to everybody's god for India to win.
Well said.
I know, especially if you're following Twitter, I know so many people tweeted, just tell me what to do, I will do it, can we win this match? But I mean, for me in particular, despite every evidence to the contrary and, despite the rising required run rate and the fact that wickets are falling, you don't truly believe that you're going to lose until MSP gets out. Then you're like, that's it. And I think that's really, that's a testament to his greatness as a captain and as a player. But I mean, I already knew we were going to lose. But when his wicket fell, I was just like now there's no point.
No, that was the last hope.
Yeah,
because he could have done it actually. Yeah. If any man can pull off miracles, it was him. He could have done it.
I mean, I saw that helicopter happening at one point, his second the boundary, and it's just like, oh, maybe there might be something coming up. But yeah.
I know. But on a lighter note, Ali.
Yeah.
I want to speak to you. I know you have a movie coming up, and it's a huge deal. Fast and Furious 7, for those of you who don't know, which I think you all know. So I really want to hear from you.
Thank you.
What was your experience like, and how excited are you?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, it was really cool. That's the best word I can use because it's fast cars. You have the whole gang: Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, and Kurt Russell, who's a legend in himself. And I've worked with all these guys. I mean, I've done a cameo, so it's about 3 scenes I've got, and it's interesting because I'm not playing an Indian, so so, so I had an accent. I have different clothes and the way I'm
So
walking
what
and
accent?
talking.
Where
And
were you supposed to be
I,
from?
okay, so this is a surprise. Come
Ah,
on, you got to give me that. I have 3 damn scenes. At least let that be a surprise. But it was fun. It was fun. It was sad at the same time because my first part that I shot with them was with Paul Walker. So all my scenes are with these guys, and then the second sked he wasn't there, and you could see it. I mean, I barely knew the guy, and I teared up when we entered set and we saw the way they were turning this into a tribute for him, and it's huge. It's going to be huge. So, and they've created him from nothing because the cool part is he only shot 60% of the film, so the rest 40 is also going to be him. Like you're going to see him.
What then? Like as Natalie was asking, how did they sort of substitute? Like
So there's no substitute. That's the coolest part. Like we went to the VFX room and it's like Matrix. You remember this? When Neo sits in that chair, it's exactly like that. Cody Walker, Celeb, his 2 brothers, and another actor, and they've used like graphics, anime, gene therapy, just combined everything and literally created Paul. Created. Like I saw my second sketch scenes with him.
like with dialogue.
Yes.
How on earth is that even possible?
Exactly. That's the crazy part because I was dubbing the other day, and I saw my part, and I'm like, he wasn't there, obviously, right? But I'm talking to him because that's how we did it. So it's a little, it's you have to do more work, but it's miraculous.
I'm sure.
Now the scary part is, this is the best part. Then imagine the films have this. Imagine when the government would have had this technology. So that gives it a. I shouldn't say this, man.
Not even touching that one.
Yeah, let's, okay, finals.
Mishti, over to you. Let's ignore Ali.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you have questions, Mishti.
yeah. Sorry, what? Ashwin?
I know you have questions, so ask them.
I have questions for Natalie and Disha. You do? So yes, I do. So over to the more girlier side of things. I wanted to talk a little bit. I know last week we already discussed skincare and like how to sort of stay out of the sun and stay sun safe and all of that. I wanted to ask Diksha. Firstly, what does your skincare consist of? And secondly, what's like a good face mask? For girls? Like a good, like easy, do it yourself face mask that you'd recommend for girls.
Okay, so I think the most important thing is that you need to be really basic when it comes to skin and be very simple. Everyone, like all of us know what we have to do. We're told like, okay, drink water and have your veggies and this, that. And you're told that's simple. Then you look at this person who has great skin and you're like, oh my god, what do you do? And the person is like, I just drink water and have veggies. So everyone knows these things. It's about doing them and doing them consistently over a long period of time, because whatever you do for it to start showing on your skin is going to take a couple of months. It's not going to be same with like wear and tear. It's going to take a couple of months for it to start showing. So give it that amount of time. Let your skin heal. And what you do, how you feel, what you eat, it makes a huge difference. So my actual skincare routine is really simple. I just wash my face, wear sunscreen, and at night I wash my face and I go to sleep. It's as simple, and I never get acne or touch wood, any other problems. And I don't overcomplicate it. And I think in terms of face masks, again, I think what you find at home, anything that you're gonna eat, if you're ready to eat it, it's okay to put it on your face.
What?
If you're putting it on your body, you're fine. Yeah, like tomatoes, they're the best for a tan. You go in the sun, you get tan. Come, slice your tomatoes, just put them on your skin for a bit, and you keep them for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then just wash it off, and your tan goes.
Why the honey, no? Honey's also
honey doesn't remove your tan. Honey is nourishing. Tomatoes, curd, they actually remove your tan. But anyone who has combination to oily skin shouldn't use curd because it could activate acne. Otherwise, I think in India, basin, multani mitti, like anything like that, it's really good again for detanning if you mix it with. It depends on your skin type. So you have honey, you have curd, you have milk, rose water. And they all they vary on your skin type. If you have dry skin or combination or oily, so curd should be used for people who have dry skin. honey could be for someone who has a normal skin type. Water or maybe like just a drop of milk for someone who has combination skin.
Rainwater is really good.
So 1 second. So for dry skin, you have what? What? What's that? This is interesting,
I
man.
was like taking
Okay, I like this.
notes.
I like this. This is awesome.
Like a lot of avocados here, but avocado is really good.
It's
too. Like,
amazing.
for your skin, really good. Like
Avocado-
avocado and put on your skin.
Yeah,
right?
it's the best, especially like for around the eyes.
Yeah.
And avocado is beautiful. Like
Yeah, but you really get bad avocado here.
If I get a
Ready?
good avocado, I will eat it.
Yes.
I will
What
not
she
put
It's
it
so
on.
hard to find
What
it in the
she
first
said.
place.
Totally.
Really,
Like guacamole salads and stuff I'd make out of that.
they're just weird.
yeah,
They're
that's not that thing.
uh,
Okay, maybe not avocado. We'll stick to the tomatoes. And
But you know, so the avocado, kale and all, do it when you go abroad because it's good there. You don't really get the best quality in India. And when you then eat it. It's really good.
Hey, abroad anyway nothing
Guacamole.
happens. Skin is great in abroad.
But otherwise, it's basic stuff.
Cool. There you go. Natalie?
Yeah, I'm also very basic because I feel also for every day to be consistent if there's a lot of things and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of this Body Shop vitamin C wash. I don't know if you've heard of it. A friend introduced me and like it's amazing. After you just feel like your skin's breathing. So that's something I use every day. And at night, a moisturizer I feel so in the morning our face is looking fresh and just making sure it's always clean.
Yeah.
Especially going outside, especially in Mumbai. I mean,
Especially
like the
here, I was
pollution.
gonna say, yeah. with
So
all
you
the dust.
you need to clean your face. So yeah, basics and also the Multani Mitti. I picked it up in Kerala actually, like a homemade one, and it's been like amazing.
Yeah,
So I use it whenever I can. Yeah.
There's
Basics.
I'm going to put you over to Vikram now. Vikram, Ali has a question for
Say
you.
louder.
He's whispering in my ear, so I'm going to
I didn't. I was just saying, what is your take on the skin thing?
Vikram is like...
Yeah, because he's like listening. Yeah.
Did you ask me?
Yeah, I was asking you what.
I'm just worried that cost of vegetables, fruits are going to go very high if you're going to. And I just when the discussion comes to hair, I'll be more interested.
Okay, so coming back to cricket, now on Sunday, of course, we have the World Cup final, Australia, New Zealand. And I know when we first started the Hangout series, Imran especially, like we had asked him, who do you think would make it to the finals? And he said, and I think you said, but I'm not sure about you, that it's looking like an Australia-New Zealand final. So I think a lot of people expect
Yeah, that's true. Imran did say that because he was sitting right next to me and he said Australia, New Zealand, and I said definitely one of the two versus someone else.
Okay.
So I was sure that either Australia or New Zealand, because they're hosts, would make it to the final. I wasn't sure if both would.
Yeah, this is almost like a rugby match could happen on Sunday.
Yeah.
They would break out. They're the biggest rivals anyway.
Is everyone thinking Australia? Like everyone's hoping New Zealand?
I'm for New Zealand. I mean,
I want New Zealand to win, but I just have a feeling it's going to be. But let's ask everyone else.
just the fact that Australia has won 4 World Cups. I mean,
Yes.
Now we're done with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think what will happen tomorrow, day after, is that all Indians will turn New Zealand because
Yeah, this is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
because somehow this underdog philosophy works beautifully for countries like India. So
We like it.
always support somebody who's not won the World Cup.
Right.
Internally, we are just hating the Aussies, so kind of helps us easy to decide as well.
Yeah. We're going
Yeah, I
Marxist on
think
this.
so. I mean, seriously, New Zealand is literally going to get a 1 billion followers overnight, and everyone's going to be rooting for the Kiwis. I'm rooting for the Kiwis too, simply because yes, it would be nice to see someone new win the World Cup for the
Yeah.
first time. We're bored of seeing Australia win it every time. But the truth is, I mean, Australia definitely going to the match as favorites.
But the good part is if New Zealand wins, we can request them to send some veggies and fruits for the girls. Also.
Kiwis! We get lots and lots of Kiwis.
Diksha, what about you? Who are you hoping for?
True, they because and tickets it would be good. Like no one World Cup huge from there. But I know I'm supporting New Zealand obviously because they've never won. So as Vikram said, it's definitely this whole underdog making it. But also because it has some amazing players, and I think that over the course of the World Cup, one that New Zealand's already in the group whatever testing matches, they beat Australia by 1 wicket. So they've played. They've played Australia once and they've already won. So it would be really interesting to see, the techniques they use there. What have they learned from that? What are they bringing into the finals? Because once you've played a team and you've already won, like how would that aid their advantage? So yeah, and it has a couple of really amazing players, and I think, especially for me, I think over the course of the World Cup, I love the way the teams come together. There's this synergy when you see them. You sort of feel like, okay, it's not like, they don't have like two great batsmen. They have like 6, 7, and they're just going on, and everyone's up to form. Everyone's in amazing shape. So I'm rooting for New Zealand. Yeah.
Who's your favorite player from the team?
New Zealand, Martin Guptill. I love. I think he's an amazing batsman. I love him.
Because he sounds like Gupta, that's why.
I would just be like, oh my god, but then
So yeah, I did have that in the beginning, but that's not the reason anymore. So yeah.
I'm just still stuck on the rugby ball. I just want someone to throw in a rugby ball, during that match. It's gonna be epic, I think.
It is going to be epic.
I swear.
I think an Australia-New Zealand final in Australia is going to be super fun. And Diksha, you were talking about the fact that New Zealand did beat them in the group stages, but let's not forget that was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference because not only do they have home conditions, but the grounds are really, really small in New Zealand. So the joke going around now is that everything that they think is going for a 6 is actually going to land up in someone's hands at the MCG because the boundary is just that much further, and their guys have been used to, these really short boundaries. I hope not, though.
And most importantly, drunken Aussie fans, very difficult to deal at the MCG.
Yeah. Welcome, mate.
Good on your mate.
So what should we be looking for in Sunday match? Any key players? Anything either the team really needs to do to win? What do you think? You and Vikram.
Okay, well, I'd be happy to start. I think the bowling is going to be key because both teams have great batsmen. Both teams have batsmen who can, turn the match around. If they have a Guptill, they have a Steve Smith. But I think it's really going to be down to, Saudi and Bolt, how they bowl for New Zealand, and Stark and Johnson, how they bowl for Australia. And I think the pace duo that gets more wickets, I think that's the team that's going to win. Straight up.
What about you, Vikram?
I think New Zealand's batting will be very critical in this. They batted well against the other teams like McCullum, Guptill and stuff like that because unfortunately when you're under pressure and playing in Australia against the Australians, the bowling attack seems good right now. I mean, there's Trent Boult who's a left-armer who bowls well, then there is Vettori I think the difference is going to be that spinner Vettori, and Vettori is they want to, India wanted to win the World Cup for Sachin. New Zealand wants to win the World Cup for Vettori. So they've got motivation, but somehow I have a feeling if they can't bat well because of the pressure of batting at the MCG, they will struggle. And that's why your top order has to deliver.
True.
Okay, so I'm just going to go around one last time and get one name from you guys. Who's going to be the winner of this World Cup? And we're going to come back to this on Monday and see who was right and who was wrong. But what do you really think? Who's going to be the winner?
I'm going to go with my heart and I'm going to say New Zealand's going to do it.
I'm also going to say New Zealand.
I'm with the ladies. New Zealand.
As Ravi Shastri would say, cricket is the winner.
Vikram, give another take that answer.
Just because you're sitting alone.
What about you girls?
I say New Zealand.
Yeah, I'm New Zealand.
my heart says New Zealand.
Heart.
You're also from New Zealand, Rishi, so your opinion doesn't
Who's
count.
from? Yeah. Hey.
I guess I have to root for like home country, so yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Hey, okay, so we love Team India despite everything, and so in regards to that, we're gonna get Natalie to sum up our feelings.
Oh
and sing a
yeah!
song. She's a beautiful singer.
Yep, let's hear it.
So you want to tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
over here?
What can I say? Okay, I'm from Canada, but I've been singing here in Bollywood and doing my own videos as well on YouTube, which is really cool. And singing along with Aaron as well. And I don't know how to introduce myself. But I was thinking, with Team India, that there would be a song that I think they would want, if they were singers, to sing to all their supporters. Yeah.
Yes, I'll
Take it away.
Whoa.
The night has come. The land is dark, and the moon the only light I see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Falling sand by me. Sing. Stand. Basically, everyone to stand by.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us. We're really sad we're not making it into the finals, but it's still going to be one hell of a match. And I think everyone's going to be tuning in on Sunday to watch that. So let's cross our fingers for New Zealand because I think that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, it's clear what it's clear at least. Everyone wants New Zealand to win. So yes, let's go New Zealand.
Go New Zealand. Thank you guys. Thank you for
Thank
tuning
you.
in.
Thank you so much.